Raysun Frost here with my Love Where You Live series, and I feel very happy to be here today with Korby Myrick. She is a professional opera singer and pianist and a voice and piano teacher. Thank you for being here today, Korby.
Thank you for having me.
I am here in part because you are my child's voice teacher. We were thrilled to have found her in part because she is close to us. She is in the Catalina Foothills area near the Swan and Sunrise intersection. Mm-hmm. Can you tell me a little bit about why you got started in voice and piano lessons?
Well, from the age of 2, my mother told me, I climbed up onto the piano and started making up songs. She got me into piano lessons at 4, and it's basically all I've ever done my whole life is music. And I haven't tired of it. It's such a big part of my life, and I love to share it with teaching.
What would you say is a really positive experience that you've had over the past few years in working with students?
Well, I can see what the joy of music brings to students of all ages. I can teach voice or piano to a total beginner or to a professional who is maybe in trouble or they want more from their playing or singing. And to see individually what that can do to change a person's life. And I gear my teaching to the individual, and music is therapy. And given the kind of times that we're living in the world, I think it's so important that each one of us find a way to ground ourselves and to bring joy into our lives, and music absolutely does that.
And we have actually seen my daughter blossom with lessons from you. Really a credit to your ability to keep it fun, you know. I know that especially with kids, my child's no exception, that if you get to the point where lessons feel just like they're work and they're no fun and you're not interested, their interest peters out quickly. They don't want to practice at home. Yet, at least from my experience, you are really in a unique position to work with kids in that way and to really bring out the best in them.
Well, I just love kids so much. Each one of them, I love to laugh, and I'm a funny person, and I find kids hilarious. And so I'm a very demanding teacher, but we have a lot of fun along the way. So I think maybe they don't know how demanding I am because they're laughing, I laugh with them, but we do a lot of work. So I think there's a fine line between working hard and always having fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, you seem to manage that really well. Korby, tell me something that is unique about you that most people don't know.
Just in the last 6 months or so, as if music's not a big part of my life enough, I decided to take cello lessons. My goal is to get into some community orchestra and to be able to play cello in the cello section.
That's a really wonderful goal, in that it's also your really great role model, right? I mean, how many students, you know, it demonstrates that you can show that everyone can learn no matter what your age,
right? And
it can help your students know that it's okay to be a beginner.
Right.
You don't have to be an expert in everything.
Exactly, and that really does help to keep me very humble in the process, because I get a beginning student and I tell them, I'm a total beginner at cello, and so you can be a beginner with me.
That's really great. What is unique about your business?
Well, I think being a professional in piano and voice makes it unique for me to be able to offer those two things to, say, a voice student. I can play anything that they bring me. I don't have to choose easy repertoire that I maybe can play a little bit, but we can work on anything advanced, and I have no problem with that. And so I think that just in terms of my voice studio brings a lot of benefit to the process. So I'm able to develop a voice that maybe, you know, a person has trouble with range or trouble with projection or trouble with resonance, and I can do that process very quickly given the very special vocal technique that I learned 15 years ago after I'd already gotten all of my training. So that I think is very unique and very special.
What would you say to someone who is maybe thinking about voice lessons but not so sure if it's right for them?
If you don't know what you can do and you haven't had a background, come and give it a try. I work with all levels, as I said, and music just will bring joy, for sure.
I know it certainly has in our household. You know, we now have someone who sings all the time, and she had a gorgeous voice before and great in pitch, all of those things. We were lucky, and I knew that we wanted just to give her that confidence with her voice so that she didn't feel like she had to hide in the shadows. And I really feel like you've been able to do that for her. So if you've been watching this video and you were interested in learning more about Korby and maybe becoming a student with her, then we have a new student special to offer. If you watch this video and you come to Korby and say, hey, I saw Raysun's Love Where You Live video, then what is it you will offer?
So the first mini lesson would be kind of a meet and greet, and we would see if there's a good fit between us. I would see your playing or your singing in kind of a shortened version, and that would be for free. And then if you commit to 4 lessons, your last lesson would be 50% off.
And one of the reasons that you do that is because it does take a couple of weeks to see progress, like with anything, right? I mean, I'll put it just like with exercise. Learning a new skill takes a little bit of practice, whether it's your voice or piano. But definitely, I know for us, we saw it with our daughter. Within 4 lessons, you're going to see sort of amazing differences.
Yeah, for sure.
Those of you that know me know that I love dogs. Korby happens to have one of the sweetest and softest ones out there. Check out Pimba. Well, thank you so much for being with us, Korby. This was a lot of fun getting to know you more. Hopefully you will reach out to Korby if you are interested in having voice lessons. We have definitely enjoyed it with our family. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Raysun.
Raysun Frost here at Homes by Raysun with Omni Homes International, transforming lives one address at a time.